ever have one of those memories that doesn't really age? Like it doesn't fade, it doesn't soften, it just waits. Hides in a corner somewhere until the air feels just right. Maybe a storm rolls in, maybe the lights flicker, and then suddenly it's there again, as fresh as the night it happened. For me, that night was when I was 8 years old. My sister and I shared a bedroom, two little twin beds, one on each side of the room, hers against the far wall, mine closer to the door. We had this ugly green carpet that smelled like dust no matter how many times Mom vacuumed. It was storming, the kind of storm that shakes the windows, where the lightning turns the whole room blue for a second and then black again. I used to love storms back then. They made me feel safe, somehow, like the world outside was scarier than whatever was inside. But that night, it changed. I couldn't sleep. I was staring up at the ceiling, listening to the thunder. And then, I don't even know why I looked, but I turned toward the foot of my bed, and there was a shadow there. At first, I thought maybe it was from a tree, but no, this was shaped like a person. Tall, shoulders hunched forward a little, and I remember this detail so vividly, wearing a hat. Not a baseball cap, not something my dad would wear. This was a wide-brimmed hat, the kind that dipped low, like something out of an old black and white movie. And the strangest part, the shadow's head was moving. It was nodding, slowly up and down, over and over, like it was agreeing with something I couldn't hear. I pulled the blanket over my head, of course. I was 8. I thought if I couldn't see it, it couldn't see me. I could still hear the storm, the rain against the glass, the low rumble of thunder, but underneath it, I could feel something else. Like the air in the room had changed, gotten heavier. I don't know how long I stayed under there, maybe a minute, maybe 10. But finally, I peeked out again, and the shadow had moved. It wasn't at the foot of my bed anymore. It was standing at the end of my sister's bed. She was sound asleep, totally still, completely unaware. And this thing, this person, or whatever it was standing there, right by her feet, still nodding. That same slow, unsettling motion, like it was watching her, studying her. I froze. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. I just watched. My heart was pounding so hard it hurt. Then I did the only thing I could think of. I ducked back under the blanket. Again, my safe little cave. I remember holding my breath, praying I'd wake up and realize it was all a dream. When I looked again, it had moved closer. It wasn't at her feet anymore. It was right by her head. And that's when I heard it. This sound, faint at first, but so wrong. Like a whimper. Not a person, not an animal exactly, something in between. Soft and broken, like something that shouldn't still be alive. I leaned over the side of my bed to look. I wish I hadn't. On the floor between our beds, there was a dog. Or it used to be a dog. It was gray and patchy and half decayed, fur missing, ribs showing, one eye gone. Its body looked ruined, but it was still breathing. I could see its chest rise and fall, slow and shallow, like it was in pain. And then it turned its head toward me. That one remaining eye, cloudy yellow, locked right on me. I'll never forget that. The way it looked at me, not angry, not even sad, just aware, like it knew me, like it wanted me to see. And then it made this sound, this horrible wet sound in its throat, and that was it. I screamed. I screamed so loud I swear the storm went silent for a second. I ran out of that room so fast I don't even remember my feet touching the floor. I bolted straight to my mom's room, jumped into her bed, shaking, crying, trying to explain what I saw, the man, the hat, the dog. But I couldn't get the words out. I was just a mess of noise and tears. She told me it was a nightmare. You just got scared by the thunder, she said. She walked me back to the room, turned on the light. Nothing there. No shadow, no man, no dog. Just my sister, sitting up in bed, half asleep, wondering why I ran out screaming. And this is the part I never told anyone. When I stepped on the carpet, right next to my bed, the floor was wet. Just a small patch, cold and damp, like something had been standing there. I never saw the shadow man again, but I never forgot him either. I would often think of him while laying in bed, wondering if he would come back, especially when it stormed. Any time I would tell my story to someone, they would usually laugh and say I made it all up or that I was just dreaming. But I know it was real. About 12 years later, I got some small validation to my story. Me and my boyfriend were listening to AM radio one night, and a show came on talking about the paranormal. That night, they were talking about a shadow man numerous people had reported seeing all over the country for decades. They called him the Hat Man. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoyed listening, please comment below, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe. More tales will be coming soon.